Good morning, family. Welcome to Chuncheon Morning Devotion. Today's Wednesday, January 10th. Let's begin by greeting our beloved Heavenly Parent and true parents. Chuncheon, Champumanamge, Kyungbae. Paro. Now for our family pledge, let's welcome Pastor Milhan Stevens.
가정맹세 1. 자녀급 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 번향 땅을 찾아 번연의 창조의 상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 자녀급 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 장부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 충신, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 자녀급 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 황족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 자녀급 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조의 상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 자녀급 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 현상 세계와 대상적 지상 세계의 통일을 향해 점진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 자녀급 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 장부모님의 대신 가정으로서 자녀를 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 자녀급 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 효통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 자녀급 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 자녀급 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 천국과 천상 천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you, Pastor Milhan. Now for our opening prayer, I'd like to invite Reverend Josh. Reverend Josh, could you please pray for us today?
Please join me in prayer. Joke. Honorable loving parents, prayers of divine and parents of heaven and mankind, I thank you for this day which we gathered here together as one families and upon you. I pray that we can really receive the message today through the indicated reading and that our prayers can be well received through the Chuncheon Resonance Prayer afterwards as well. And that we can continue forward with great vigor into the day and be able to really connect with you and share that relationship with you amongst all who we connect to as well. I thank you and I close this prayer in the name of Josh Grotowski, the Grotowski family, and I'm gathered here on Church.
Thank you, Reverend Josh. Okay, family, now it's time for our Hunduke reading. We're reading from the Mother of Peace, our True Mother's Memoir, and we're up to episode 69. Pastor Milhan.
Hey, thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Reverend Josh, for your prayer. Yeah, just got 2 episodes left, so savor while you can. Let's begin.
Welcome to Mother of Peace, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. A memoir by Hak Jahan Moon, a production of the Washington Times Global Media Group, narrated by Allison Hiroto. The summit concluded with the inauguration of the Latin America chapter of the International Summit Council for Peace. Universal Peace Federation International President, Dr. Thomas Walsh, introduced the purpose of the Council to serve as a forum in which heads of state and government, both current and former, can combine their unique expertise in addressing the most serious challenges to the realization of peace in our time. 4 former presidents, their Excellencies Anthony Carmona of Trinidad and Tobago, Rosalia Arteaga of Ecuador, Jocelyn Prévert of Haiti, and Jaime Paz Zamora of Bolivia, delivered speeches expressing their strong support. Former U.S. Representative Dan Burton, co-chairman of the International Association of Parliamentarians for Peace, IAPP, officially proposed the initiative, and all current and former heads of state in attendance rose to affix their signatures. After the conclusion of the summit, its participants joined a crowd of 12,000 for the Family Peace Festival at the Gran Arena del Cibao. The highlight of this beautiful event was the blessing ceremony of 6,000 couples. President Morales opened the ceremony, and my daughter and son-in-law, Moon Sun-jin and Pak In-sup, officiated. The Dominican Republic Municipal Police co-sponsored this Family Peace Festival, and the families and friends of 4,000 city police and 600 national police came to uphold the ideal of one family of humanity under our Heavenly Parent. In-sup and Sun-jin awarded prizes to 10 representatives of those stalwart citizens. The Rally of Hope in the Dominican Republic succeeded due to the devotion of leaders and members throughout Latin America who pressed forward in a difficult environment. They brought the flower of hope to blossom in heavenly Latin America, and I am confident that this flower will multiply blessings long into the future. The course toward a heavenly unified world. At this point I realize that even if the entire sky were paper and all the seas were ink, there would not be enough to record this tearful course. We all overcame physical limits and continued on, even if we felt we might collapse. It was a victorious course through which our hopes and desires were fulfilled. At long last, the era of the heavenly nation and heavenly continent has arrived in providential history. Every nation and continent has its unique path of restoration. The first 7 nations to complete their path did so during the 7-year course after True Father's Holy Ascension in 2012. God recreated these 7 nations as heavenly nations. On the foundation of the substantial victory of 7 heavenly nations and a heavenly continent, we have come to the historic day when, filled with determination, we can set out to reach the final objective of our journey, which is a heavenly unified world. The United States is a Christian nation on a Spirit-led continent. Let me explain about its course toward becoming a heavenly nation. The paths of Christianity and the United States are entwined. The Roman Empire legalized Christianity in 313 CE. From the Italian peninsula, Christianity leaped across the European continent to the British Isles, where it grew strong. But over the next millennia, Britain lost the ability to practice Jesus' teachings to love your neighbor as yourself. She placed the monarch as ruler of the church and created a state monopoly on religion. By the 17th century, Great Britain was gaining power, but it was suppressing many sincere followers of Jesus. God's providence could no longer develop there, and it moved west with the Puritans, who braved the treacherous ocean in search of religious freedom. The United States we see today was born of those sacrificial Christians. My husband and I spent many decades in the United States. Because of its deep Christian roots and its people's devout faith in God, it has providential importance to heaven. Nonetheless, we encountered many difficult and heartbreaking ordeals on our path there. As I already discussed, in July 1984, the U.S. government sent Father Moon to prison. As was the case in both North Korea and South Korea decades before, this was a story of communists and unknowing Christians finding common purpose in opposing God's work through true parents. Fortunately, many fair-minded American Christians and political leaders, also from the left and right, spoke out against Father Moon's imprisonment. Some ministers marched in protest and set up makeshift jail cells behind the White House. Thousands of Christian leaders attended the Common Suffering Fellowship, a week-long seminar on religious freedom in Washington, D.C., and joined Minority Alliance International and the Coalition for Religious Freedom. People of virtue within the American government, media, and clergy decried Father Moon's imprisonment as a blatant assault on religious freedom. In 1987, these people coalesced through the American Constitutional Committee and its successor, the American Freedom Coalition. In the 3 years following Father Moon's release from Danbury, we sponsored 7,000 members of the clergy to travel to Korea and Japan for the Advancement Interdenominational Conference for Clergy. Thousands of American pastors prayed at the Rock of Tears in Busan, just as Father Moon had prophesied would happen decades earlier. In 1996, we welcomed 5,000 members of the American Christian clergy to True Family Values seminars and began the Clergy Blessing Movement. In November of 1997, ministers of all faiths prayed at the 40 million couple blessing at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C. On that foundation, in the year 2000, at the border between North and South Korea, we established the American Clergy Leadership Conference, ACLC. The next year, ACLC organized the 50-state We Will Stand speaking tour, in which my husband and I declared in church after church the truth of Jesus and true parents. The ACLC was the driving force behind the Middle East Peace Initiative, which in 2003 buried the cross of resentment between Jew, Christian, and Muslim, and crowned Jesus as the true King in Jerusalem. On the foundation of these and more works over the following decade, at a major ACLC meeting in Las Vegas, 2015, I proclaimed for the first time, I have come as the only begotten daughter for God and humankind. Let's realize God's will together. The ministers welcomed my words with cheers. Why have we not known of this truth until now? Some of them said. Why has this obvious fact never crossed our minds? I challenged those 1,000 ministers. The 21st century is the era of true parents. Who are the chosen people of this age? The answer is you. You are the chosen people centered on true parents in the 21st century. Meeting this challenge at New York's Madison Square Garden in July 2017, at Long Island's Nassau Coliseum in November 2018, and in Los Angeles and Las Vegas in April and June of 2019, the Family Federation and ACLC sponsored blessing ceremonies and Peace Starts With Me rallies of hope for the advancement of a heavenly unified world. In Los Angeles, inspired by not just ACLC, but by the youth of Los Angeles CARP, Bishop Noel Jones of the City of Refuge Church, a former mentor of U.S. President Barack Obama, testified that I am the Mother of Peace. Dr. Hak Jahan Moon was specially sent to unite humankind, he announced to an audience of 5,000 as he invited all couples to receive the marriage blessing. At the end of the rally, the City of Refuge Church raised our Family Federation's flag. 6 months later, on October 31st, 2019, in the Lotte Hotel in Seoul, Korea, some 700 clergy members, including 40 Americans and 400 Koreans, attended the inaugural ceremony of the Korean Clergy Leadership Conference, KCLC. Then, on December 28, 2019, at the culmination of my 40-day Cosmic Canaan course for the firm establishment of Chonilguk, clergy gathered from all over the world to establish the World Clergy Leadership Conference, WCLC. At the Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey, amid a crowd of 25,000 at the Peace Starts With Me rally, 400 American ministers were joined by more than 600 Christian ministers from 70 countries, including 160 pastors from South Korea and prominent members of the clergy from Japan, Latin America, Asia, and Africa. From Europe came ministers from the World Council of Churches, the world's largest council of Christians. In all, 1,000 Christian leaders united under the banner of a heavenly unified world centering on our Heavenly Parent. I am deeply grateful to Heaven for the World Clergy Leadership Conference. Uniting Christianity was part of my resolution to bring True Father's work to its ultimate conclusion, and this was an important milestone in that providence. At that rally, Reverend Paula White, a spiritual advisor to U.S. President Donald Trump, spoke on the direction the United States should take for the sake of our Heavenly Parent. 6 Christian clergy, representing the regions of the world, then spoke. Among them were Archbishop George Augustus Stallings, representing America, KCLC co-chair Reverend Kim Soo-man, representing South Korea, and Prophet Samuel Radebe, representing Africa.
Thank you, parents, for these words today. Your parents have an important responsibility to unite Christianity. It's not a simple task, as most ministers report to God. They don't like reporting to someone in the middle. Yet our true parents have never given up on Christianity. I think to many of us surprised, we think, wow, how much does Christianity have to fail before we move on? But they never gave up, never did. And the truth is, True Mother has a unique role, because as the only begotten daughter, there's a new teaching to be given. And there's no other only begotten daughter to compare it to. People have a certain expectation of returning Christ, second coming, but nobody has any idea about the only begotten daughter. So I had flashbacks of all these rallies that we did, so many rallies, and it was difficult. We're blessed, we're families, and a lot of us are just trying to survive out here, but we sacrifice so much to put those rallies together. And a large reason why I'm here in New York, because I directed those rallies, and I felt the sacrifices of our families, and I wanted to come back here to help. I'll never forget, I was, we were in a big meeting with our pastors, and I told them, yes, we will ask a lot of you, but I promise that to the degree that we push, we will also empower. We will also give you what you need. And when I made that promise, I realized that can't just be during that campaign. It has to go beyond just the campaign. And we always talked about follow-up. I'm like, I don't believe in follow-up as if it's some kind of chore that we have to do. No, it's, did we really connect in heart that we miss each other? We want to come back together. We have to develop that level of heart with Christianity. I had a chance to have lunch with Sagilja, right? Sagilja. It's the one of the early disciples. We were having lunch with Dr. Kim in his office, and I'm like, wow, that's such a great chance. So I asked her a question that came to mind. How do you witness to Christianity, to Christians? Because she was a Christian, obviously, and very devout, and I asked her, how do you witness to Christians? And she said, you have to pray for them, jung sung for them so much that you cannot live without them. That you love them so much, you cannot live without them. I was like, wow. And it's just like Dr. Jung said about Jacques Saran, right? But I realized, wait, that's the same for anybody. Not just Christians, it's for anybody. Certainly the method might be a little bit different, but fundamentally, it's just love. Love is the only thing that can overcome it can break any spell, any wool over people's eyes. It's only love can have enough trust that they would even listen to what you have to say. So, succeed due to the devotion of leaders and members throughout Latin America who pressed forward in a difficult environment. Sincerity moves heaven. So you do the devotion, stuff happens. We overcame physical limits and continued on, even if we felt we might collapse. So heaven is only moved by absolute devotion. 7 heavenly nations and a heavenly continent. That's the main task. I mean, Mother cannot leave planet Earth without that. The United States we see today was born of these sacrificial Christians. Yes, and so we must honor that foundation. You know, we may not look like much, but it's not about us. It's about the foundation that we stand on, and how can we honor those people who have died and could never see the face of our parents during their lifetime. We stand in that position today. You know, I was even thinking about my ancestors recently. So I have a number 147. Whenever I see that number, I feel it's like my ancestors, like, poking me, reminding me that they're still here. But you know what's so funny? Recently, I've been talking to my kids in a fake English accent, a British accent. Even while I'm reading books, I would like have this stupid accent. It just made everything funnier, and I don't know, I just did that. And then I realized, wait, my ancestors are English. In fact, a lot of them that I liberated are English. And I thought, oh my gosh, I think they're actually that close where they're influencing my accent out of my mouth. So I just laughed and I realized, wow, they really are close. And they have a sense of humor. And I think that's why I've kind of developed this sense of humor recently, is my ancestors are becoming so close. So anyway, I'm not sure why I brought that up. And the left and right spoke out against Father Moon's imprisonment. So we should welcome persecution. Of course, nobody likes persecution. They're not supposed to like it. But it forces us to have absolute devotion and jung sung. And other people will notice. They'll notice, wow, that's not right. Why? And people will look. I mean, look at Donald Trump. He's being persecuted so much, but it's only making him stronger. You know, it's like I was saying, and it's like a short squeeze, right? You keep the evil people keep trying to put down the price, but the problem is they have to buy back those shares. Otherwise, they're going to default. And so, boom, you have this huge explosion. But the secret is if you never give up. If you never give up, Satan's going to have to buy back all the wrong that he did to you. On that foundation, in the year 2000, at the border between North and South Korea, we established the American Code to Leadership Conference, ACLC was the driving force behind the Middle East Peace Initiative, which in 2003 buried the cross of resentment between Jew, Christian, and Muslim, and crowned Jesus as the true King of Jerusalem. You know, these they might seem like rituals or some kind of spiritual foundation of faith level condition. But I promise you, for thousands of years to come, they will study and they will go back to this point where this is where things changed. You may not have seen the transformation instantly, but it set the world on a different path from that point. And yes, we're always accused of not following up, or we're not really doing much. I mean, look at the Middle East now. I mean, you might say, well, good job. You didn't seem like we did anything. But we just don't know. We don't see with our spiritual eyes and understand that there was a shift. And even though it seems chaotic right now, for all we know, this is like just the dark before the dawn. And we're seeing this in every industry and every country now. So we have to never give up. You are the chosen people centered on true parents in the 21st century. And she's talking to the ministers. But I tell you what, when I see each of you, I don't see members of a church. I see ministers. I see you, you're not even ministers. You're beyond ministers. Each of you, in your little homes, in your little lives, you are messiahs. Those ministers are John the Baptists. So, in many ways, they are not worthy to even carry your sandals. Now, not because of anything we did, but because of true parents and because of our devotion and loyalty to them. So, I mean, this is what I want to teach Heavenly USA when they come here. I always remind them, like, when you step into a church, they should be bowing down to you because you bring true parents to them. But we don't act like that. And then we don't act like that, no one's going to respect us in that way. And it's for their own detriment. Not just ACLC, but by the youth of Los Angeles, carved Bishop Noah Jones of the City Refuge Church. He testified that I'm the mother of peace and hung our family-fed flag there. And Bishop Jones, he got married and blessed. I mean, he is so grateful. Can you imagine? He has salvation for eternity. I don't think we understand the blessing. It is, there is only death do us part in Christianity. There is no marriage in paradise. We all just, live in blissful peace, but we don't actually have heaven. There's no marriage in paradise. There's only marriage in heaven. And gosh, do we stand on that power? World Clergy Leadership Conference. So America, we pioneered this ACLC. Now we're taking it to the world. And Mother needs our help. Can't do it by ourselves. We have to become true parents. We have to, I say we have to. Anyway, we want to. We can't wait to. So we're so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Milhan. All right, brothers and sisters, let's take a few moments to share our reflections and appreciations. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good hearing. Can we hear from the Queen's Family Church today?
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry. Is there anything I should share in particular?
Anything you like.
Okay. Well, I got a call yesterday and I was asked we have a meeting. I think we have a Chunshim meeting today at 9 a.m. Of all the Chunshim in the US. So yeah, I was asked to give a report or presentation about our opening of the Chunshim that happened most recently this Sunday. So I guess I didn't know that, but I have to do that today. So
Oh, good luck. Good luck with that. And that sister who's with you, I don't know her name, I'm sorry.
that's my mom.
Oh, your mom. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming.
Also, Marcos.
Oh, hi. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Yeah, today at Wednesday, 9 o'clock, we have the Las Vegas Chunshim broadcast. So what's your name?
My name is Takayoshi.
Takayoshi. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, family. Today is day 4 of our 40-day period of devotion to usher a victorious entrance into Chunwon-gun and the Chunil Sanctum and for True Parents' birthday. Do we have any prayer requests? Okay, if not, then let's begin our 7 minutes resonance prayer. We'll start with 3 Abaji Omanis.
Test. Oh, good. Chunshimon Resonance Prayer, Shijak Abaji.
Abaji. Abaji. Abaji. Abaji.
Let's pray.
Allí, Amonín quiere decir Dios.
Heavenly Parents,
Pa,
I'm
mamá.
grateful
We
for
come before you this morning. We
Monín
come
es
in
Dios.
the sing
Mamá,
of
papá.
Morning, Heavenly
we
Father,
are in the
Thank you so
40
much
days
for the day.
Mother and Earth, every
Thank you
mother,
for the
long
air
life,
we
good health,
breathe.
thank you, Heavenly Parents.
energy, and
For the
in the 40 days
Por
free
ahí.
parent and free
Al
parent,
cielo lo
every
manda
that
por
mother,
wind,
long
rain,
life,
whatever you
every
speak to us,
brothers and
Father.
sisters,
Someone
every
go and translate for them.
new
Inside
parent and
wind
free
and rain,
parent, one
protect
born
to
baby,
be
every
above
Father,
and
pray for
thank
the
you
beside.
for
children,
getting
in our
them.
time,
As I
Thank you, Heavenly Parents,
Father,
for allowing us to come
pray
together
for
here.
brothers and sisters who are sick,
pursue
Father,
your
thank you
love,
Junction
very
1
much.
you can heal them, Heavenly Father.
and to
Thank you
thank
very
you
much.
because
Parent and free
the
living in a
chance, Father,
that
to pray for our brothers and sisters
mankind to
Thank
recognize
you.
that
Father,
on the
thank you.
南北統一と新統一勧告のために、
yes,
ここにすべての危機を回避
parents for
and the concept of
the devotional
understand
prayer for entrance into the Changwon Gong,
understanding truth
Changwon Sanctum
And bless
birthday.
for strengthening
Ah,
This
sí,
happened.
vecino, ¿cómo son? Vecino mío.
For the safety of the two parents and
The parent and children.
choice entrance in the child one's home, our sanctity. It says for witness to new the out people of the real church grow.
For brothers and
Nation of North and South Korea, South Korea. Pray for the overcome all crises of the world, rise a heavenly unified world. That's for the reading today. Person who has been on the ground these last few days of the years, the last second decade. Been a parent with National Coliseum, Social Center,
we call up
almost single-handedly, God, brought America to
parent and
grateful
this
personal experience that you have raised him up.
black and white
Yes, but it's looking at us as Messiah.
pray for happy leaders.
Heavenly USA
sin,
Church.
Yes,
People should bow down
pray for them.
because they bring the message of the true Jesus.
And love
Exactly right. It's the only way to see this thing. Lord, I thank you for
us to go forth in the streets of
insights that are
America.
so important to me, our lives, many people.
Parent and children.
That's one of the things that I'm learning every day now. It's so amazing.
Present by the leaders of
really you're the narrative always
make America heavenly parent and children that pray for
Especially
the leaders of the make
and that
America
Texas who on this list. Yolanda,
that they can stand up and take
and pray for her health and wealth.
in the world.
Amazing stories about
Heavenly parent, brothers and sisters,
her mother's home.
pray that we can love each other.
Allowing me to have this acquaintance, sister in Peru. And her father, yesterday.
Pray for the sunshine.
For Tony LaHope, now the family. Of healing. Galvan. Leslie Dion. We have Vision 225 of 2025.
Pray for our brothers and
Mankind is still alive.
pray that we can love each other.
Uncle Hotel. Eric Adams and wife Aram in the United States for her protection and for her protection that their blessings can survive this incredible separation. Her daughter, Caitlin Rose Shinwa Wayman, daughter, Beijing at the embassy, the States of America. Being home now or being home now, recuperate and help our title to overcome her and the various different health issues that she has. The USA, family, Desmond, and we be in ministry.
Good health.
Father and her into the spirit world. Corley, managing this pain. Go back to my sciatica. I'm learning from that. Pain.
That we can love each other.
The education that I'm receiving. Slow down. Focus on my heart. Offer up the pain and difficulties to you. If we're Dr. Patrice Stewart, Mother father superior. For Robert Hall, Connie Boyle, each knowing son. Great healing, Father, of her
Thank you, Father, for his years.
gallbladder surgery.
All around Harlem.
Many years having the parents to establish firmly that she has and her husband have established, Father. Your trombone off.
That's the brothers and 주고 주고 일백번 고줘주고 백거리 진도대요 녹시라도 잊고 없고 임향하리 변함없이 가실 줄이 있으랴 임향하리 변함없이 가실 줄이 있으랴.
Jajin, Champomanamge, Kyangbe. Pado. Now I have 3 cheers of Okamonse.
전국의 하옵신 하나님 부모님 억만세! 진 참부모님 억만세! For the Chungchumon Residence Prayer.
Pero un día van a aprender.
Everybody. I just want to say the Queen's Family Church has a very beautiful prayer table. It looks really nice. Gorgeous. Must be so happy. Really beautiful. Do we have any announcements or prayer requests? Any other prayer requests?
Pray for Heavenly USA.
Yes, we'll definitely do.
Yeah.
Let us continue praying for Mrs.
Es una señora mayor ya.
I'm sorry, Reverend Green. Mrs. who?
Mrs. Crescenta.
Oh,
Yes.
Don't forget her.
About every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Today's Yumiko-san's last day.
Oh, really? I thought she was on the 17th.
I go Las Vegas before going back, and so today is the last day to join here before I go in. And so I came back maybe 16 morning, then so I going back 17
have a wonderful
in the morning. Then so maybe I will join in Japan. I think so.
That'd be good. Well, have a good trip.
I go Korea, but then so going back Japan.
Oh, nice. Good for you. Any other announcements?
Hi, good morning. I just want a special prayer for everyone on my prayer list for Heavenly USA and also for our members who are healing and recovering. I pray that they can come back to 2,000% better, and we can, as a spiritual family, learn to accept persecution, because just like our pastor said, that look at Donald Trump, and the things that he's caused, but all the negativity that's surrounding him, it's him paying indemnity and he's gaining traction. And if he's on the wrong side and he can do that, imagine us as brothers and sisters with a John the Baptist syndrome of not wanting to give up our position for, the person who is to come to teach us the better role. So I pray that with our persecution that we can learn to have a better attitude to be able to accept our blessing. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
Okay, family, I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope everybody's okay from last night's storm. Everybody has electricity and you don't have any flooding in your homes.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad last night.
Yeah.
So God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye. Have a good day.
Oh yeah, and tonight's the matching meeting.
Matching supporters. Matching supporters.
Right, for matching supporters, yeah.
What time is that again?
8
p.m.
8 p.m.
right
See
here.
you there.
I hope so. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.